You achieved something, something real, something you worked for, something that if someone else did it, you'd say they deserved it completely. And the moment you got it, something felt wrong. Not guilt, not humility, something quieter than both of those. It felt like you had gotten away with something, like you had tricked everyone, like the people congratulating you just hadn't seen the evidence yet. Like any minute now, someone was going to tap you on the shoulder and say, "We made a mistake. This wasn't meant for you." That feeling has a name. You've probably heard it, impostor syndrome. But here is what no one tells you about it. It is not low self-esteem. It is not modesty gone wrong. It is not a character flaw you need to fix before you can succeed. It is a predictable pattern in your brain. A pattern that has been studied, measured, and given a mechanism. And once you see that mechanism, the feeling does not disappear overnight, but it stops running the show. By the end of this, you will understand exactly why your brain refuses to accept success, and the one shift that actually changes it. Chapter 1, the moment. Think about the last time this happened. Maybe it was a promotion, a compliment from someone you actually respect, a project that went better than you expected. You got what you wanted, and instead of relief, something else moved in. You waited for the feeling of accomplishment to arrive. It was supposed to feel like a door opening, like finally being able to exhale. But the door did not open. Instead, your brain started running a different program. They don't know the real me. If they knew how I actually did this, they would think differently. I got lucky. Next time, they will find me out. You did not choose these thoughts. They arrived right on time. Familiar. You have had them before. After other achievements. After other moments that should have felt good. And here is the part that makes no sense. The more you achieve, the louder the feeling gets. Not quieter, louder, because every success raises the stakes. And the higher the stakes, the harder your brain looks for evidence that you do not belong here. You are not failing to feel good about success. Your brain is actively blocking you from feeling it. Chapter 2, what you think it is. Your brain has probably tried to explain this feeling. Here is what it has come up with, and why none of it is right. First, I just need more confidence. Confidence is not the issue. People with imposter syndrome are often confident in other areas of their life. The problem is specific. It only shows up around achievements that actually matter. Second, I am just being humble. Humility is a choice. What you are experiencing is not a choice. It arrives whether you want it to or not. And it does not feel like humility. It feels like dread. Third, I just need one more achievement. Then I will feel like I belong. This is the trap. One more achievement will not quiet the voice. It will raise the stakes. The voice does not respond to external proof. It has its own internal logic. Fourth, something is wrong with me. This is the one that hurts the most. And it is also the most wrong. The people who feel this the strongest are not the ones failing. They are the ones succeeding. The feeling is not evidence that you do not belong. It is evidence that you are somewhere that matters to you. The problem is not who you are. The problem is what your brain learned about success before you even knew you were learning it. Chapter 3, the loop. There is a name for this pattern. Researchers call it the impostor cycle. Here is how it works. You get a task that matters, something with real stakes, something that could change how people see you or how you see yourself. You feel anxious, not because you cannot do it, because it matters. You prepare, you work, you succeed, and then something strange happens. Instead of thinking I did that, your brain thinks I got lucky. Instead of I earned this, your brain thinks the task was easier than it looked. Instead of I am capable, your brain thinks no one has found me out yet. You did not choose to think less of yourself. Your brain chose it for you, before you had any say in the matter. This is called external attribution. Fancy term. Simple meaning, you give the credit to anything but yourself. And here is the part that messes people up for years. You do not realize you are doing it. It happens below the surface. By the time you notice, the story is already written. I did not earn this. I got lucky. You are not running from success. You are running from the belief that you caused it. So the next task arrives. The anxiety is higher now because you still do not believe you are capable. You still think last time was luck. So you work harder. You succeed again. And your brain says, luck, not you, over and over until success feels like surviving, not winning. Chapter 4, Maya. Let me tell you about someone I have been thinking about lately. Her name is Maya. Maya is 34. She is a clinical psychologist. She has a PhD. She has published research. She has helped hundreds of patients work through their own self-doubt. And she feels like a fraud every single day. She was recently promoted to a leadership position, the kind everyone agreed she deserved, the kind she had been working toward for years. The day she got the news, she went into her office, closed the door, and sat in silence for 20 minutes. Not because she was celebrating, because she was waiting for someone to walk in and say there had been a mistake. She was not ungrateful. She was not broken. She was running a program that made complete sense in a world that no longer existed for her. Her patients adore her. Her colleagues respect her. Her research is cited by people she has never met, and none of it reaches the part of her brain that runs the impostor cycle, because Maya learned very early what success costs. She was the first person in her family to go to college. Every achievement was met with a mixture of pride and warning. Do not get too big for your britches. Remember where you came from. Do not let it go to your head. These were not cruel words. They were love. They were protection. Her family was trying to keep her safe from a world they feared would reject her if she got too visible. But her nervous system heard something else. It heard, success is dangerous. Success makes you visible. Visible is where people get hurt. And so every achievement, every single one, triggers the same warning. Maya is not afraid of failing. Maya is afraid of what happens if she actually believes she belongs here. Chapter 5. The story your brain is protecting. Here is what I need you to hear. You think the imposter feeling is evidence that you do not deserve your success. It is not. The imposter feeling is evidence that your brain is trying to protect a story about you. What story? The one that says, I am not quite good enough. Why would your brain protect a story that hurts? Because there was a time when that story kept you safe. Staying small was not cowardice. It was a calculation. Visibility costs something. You learned that early. You are still paying the price. Psychologists have a name for this: self-verification theory. It means your brain prefers a story that is consistent over a story that is pleasant, even when the consistent story is painful. So when success arrives, real success, earned success, the kind you would celebrate in anyone else, your brain does not update the story. It protects the story. It says that success does not count. You got lucky. The task was easy. They do not know the real you. Not to hurt you, to keep the story intact, because changing the story feels like losing your footing, and your brain hates that feeling. The experience that wrote that story was real. The cost of claiming credit was real. Your brain is not broken for learning that lesson. But here is the question you have to ask yourself. Are you still in that room? Is the person who taught you that success was dangerous still in charge of your life? Or are you carrying their voice with you into every achievement, into every room that has never threatened you? Chapter 6, where the story came from. The story did not form gradually. It formed in a moment, not from childhood in general, from something specific, a specific room, a specific response. A single data point your brain decided was the rule. Maybe you shared an achievement and the room went wrong. Not cruelly, just wrong. Someone changed the subject. Someone compared your result to their own. bigger one. Someone said that is great and then looked away before you had finished speaking. Your brain did not process that as social awkwardness. It processed it as a verdict. Claiming credit produces social cost. Do not claim credit. Or maybe it was more direct. A parent who praised the result but immediately asked about the next one. A teacher who used your work as the example of what not to do. One moment. That is all it took. Your brain updated the rule. And then this is the part that traps people. Your brain started looking for evidence that confirmed the rule and ignoring evidence that contradicted it. The compliment that did not register, the promotion you explained away, the respect that felt like a mistake waiting to be corrected. You are not broken. You are consistent. You built a story, and then you spent years finding proof. The person who delivered that verdict, they may not even remember it. It was Tuesday for them, but for you, it became the rule. The experience was real. The rule it produced was not. Chapter 7: What actually changes this? The impostor cycle does not respond to insight. You cannot think your way out of it. It responds to evidence, and you have been collecting the wrong evidence your entire career. Here is what actually changes it. First, name the attribution. The next time you succeed at something that matters, pause before your brain gives the credit away. Ask yourself one question. If a friend achieved exactly what I just achieved, what would I say to them? Notice the gap. What you would say to them is kinder, more accurate, more internal. That gap is the impostor cycle. You do not have to fix it. Just name it. Second, collect the evidence your brain is hiding from you. Your brain has a confirmation bias. It looks for proof that you do not belong and ignores proof that you do. Reverse it. On purpose. 3 pieces. Your actual choices, your actual work, your actual capability. Not luck, not timing, not the task being easy. You are not trying to convince yourself you are great. You are giving your brain a different data set. The nervous system changes through accumulation, not insight. Third, pre-commit before the next achievement. Before the next task, before the next moment that matters, say this out loud. Not in your head. Out loud. If I succeed at this, I will let myself feel it. I will not give the credit elsewhere. I will let the success land. You are not promising to feel good. You are pre-committing to not block the feeling when it arrives. The cycle has been running for years. It will not stop in a week. But every time you name the attribution, collect the counter evidence, and let the success land, the story gets slightly less coherent. And a story that is losing its coherence is a story that can be replaced. You are not a fraud. You are not lucky. You are not fooling anyone. You are someone whose brain learned in a specific moment that claiming success was dangerous, and you have been giving it away ever since. The people who succeed without feeling like frauds are not different from you. They just have a different story. Their brain learned that success was safe to internalize. Yours can learn that too. Not through insight, through accumulation, through letting the next success land, even when it feels uncomfortable, even when it feels fake. You have been the only person in the room who did not vote for you. Everyone else already decided. Your colleagues, your manager, the people who gave you the work, they decided. You are the last holdout, and you can keep holding out. Or you can look at the vote count and let it mean what it means. You do not need to become someone else to feel like you belong here. You just need to stop giving the credit away. If this video named something you have been carrying, leave one word in the comments, just one. The achievement, the moment, the room where the story started. You do not need to explain it. The people reading the comments will understand. I will read every single one. And subscribe not because this channel has answers, but because next time we go into something connected to this. Why your body cannot relax even when nothing is wrong. Why the nervous system stays ready for a danger that is no longer there. I will see you in the next one.